MOTIF XF. The F is for flash, and flash is an expansion board. This allows musicians to customize the sounds that they take with them. Everybody follow what I mean? So out of the box, you get 3,977. There's no extra points for remembering that number. All right, 3,977 waveforms out of the box. Sometimes you have to bring it in perspective for musicians. My very first synthesizer had 4 waveforms. I'm old, but I'm not that old. All right, it had a sawtooth up, had a sawtooth down, had a pulse, and it had a square wave. 4. All right. We give you almost 4,000 now out of the box. This is a songwriter's tool. The word motif is a musical term that is about getting a short idea that you build into a composition. And that's what the motif is about. A lot of tools to help you create music. So the piano sound. This is a digital sample of a 9-foot Yamaha concert grand, the CF3. And you'd love to have a 9-foot in your living room, but of course, there's a reason for this to exist. It's not to replace a piano, but to be able to take one with you. All right, there's also a 6'11" piano, just to contrast it. That's 9 foot. It's a different character, and character is what your musicians are looking for. It's in the subtleties that makes all the difference. One is appropriate for jazz, maybe one is appropriate for rock. Variety of pianos. One of the things, if Yamaha only made one acoustic piano, well, that would be some kind of statement. But we make several different kinds of pianos, spinettes, we make, baby grands, we make full grands, we make uprights, right? Because there are different lifestyles, different uses for the piano. We give you a $250,000 S700 sample. This particular piano became very popular with the S90 ES, and we get requests from people, well, if you have a flash board, you can take your sounds with you. Now, backline on almost every major tour you find motifs. One of the requests we got from people, it's on tour with just about everyone, was, I have some custom sounds and I want to take them with me. You can take this board, pop it into the one that is specified at the venue, and your sounds, your custom sounds are there. Each board can hold over 2,000 sounds, waveforms. Waveforms you build into voices. There are 2 slots, so you can take over 4,000 waveforms with you. That's insane. But there you go. All right, pianos, the Power Grand. So this is the 4th in the line. Every time we put out a motif, it doubled. Just like in computer power, every 18 months the computers double in power. Basically, synthesizers do the same thing, but not every 18 months. Back in 2001, we had the original motif, 84 megabytes worth of wave ROM. Then we had the ES, 175 megabytes worth of wave ROM. Then we had the XS, 355 megabytes worth of wave ROM. Now we're up to 741 megabytes of wave ROM. Insane. All right, so sounds. In the motif, we represent all the sounds that you can think of. The Rhodes are covered. DX7 Rhodes, all kinds of things. Wurlitzers. Our own DX7. New clavinet. Real-time control is another thing that's very important when you're performing. Controllers are all about, on the front panel of the Motif, you have 8 knobs, 8 sliders, you have pitch bend, mod wheel, ribbon controller, assignable function buttons. The assignable function buttons will allow you to change articulation. This is another great term to use because it's what this is all about. When you're playing acoustic guitar sounds, for instance, now I'm hitting an articulation button to change the sample that is playing. Our voice architecture is made up of 8 different multi-samples. 8 different multi-samples. A multi-sample, of course, you sample across the keyboard to make an instrument. The 8 layers of that, not so they all play at the same time, but I can switch to a different articulation. I can do that by hitting a controller or by using velocity. An arpeggio basically is a musical gesture. It's a drum groove. It's a guitar thing. It's a bass line, all right? And these are usable and controllable by the performer to compose music. So to give you a brief idea, a performance is 4 instruments at once. Here I have a drum kit, a bass, a couple of pad sounds that I can interact with in real time. So you have real-time control. You can turn the drums on and off. You can control the bass. I'm playing the bass line in real time. I have these pad sounds that seem to have all kinds of things going on. These are to inspire musicians. There are 512 performances in the Motif XF. They want to make music. They don't want to fiddle with connections. They don't want to fiddle with downloading drivers. From the Motif, it comes with 128 megabytes worth of SD RAM on board. That means you can plug in a microphone, sing, you can rap, you can play a guitar, you can play your trumpet right into the unit. You have 128 megabytes you can record. You can also mix down direct to a USB stick or to your computer via Ethernet. This thing connects to a computer in more ways than anything on the market. Firewire is an option. You have up to 16 audio outputs, 6 audio returns via a single Firewire cable. Ethernet, I can write directly from here to my computer's hard drive via Ethernet. Ooh, all right? I can take this, write a composition, overdub my vocals, mix it down, record it right to a USB stick, pop that USB stick out, go over to my computer, email it to my friend. This is what people want to do, all right? They don't have to fiddle with drivers. It's all right here, out of the box. Everything that was in the XS, all of the sounds from there are here, plus new sounds, okay? Reason we do this is because we have it on tour with so many people. It's our library that basically is selling the unit. It covers the bases. First question I got on a phone call was, I thought there'd be new Rhodes. And I go, well, Rhodes has been out of business for many years. We really sampled the Rhodes, all right? Not only do you have samples of the 71 Rhodes, the 1973 Rhodes, the 1975 Rhodes, the 1978 Rhodes, the Dynamite Rhodes, you have virtual circuit modeling effects that do the MXR, phase shifter, the small stone, the Mutron, and so forth. You can rebuild almost any Rhodes sound from the 70s or 80s, all right? So that was covered. What we added in terms of the wave ROM, because there are 1,307 new waveforms. That's more than was in the original Motif. This will show you how things go. More new samples than the entire original Motif are now in here. So there are new sounds, but in addition to everything that we had previously.